Excellent. Okay. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at developing our user sales decks. What do we need to do to develop our sales decks? In other words, what's the system? What steps do we need to follow in order to have an effective sales deck? So this is an example which I find works exceptionally well in, well, every single industry that I've come across until now. This process works. But you know your industry best, you know your customers best, you know your markets best. Maybe there's a step here you could leave out, maybe there's a step you need to add in. So go through the process, use this system, this process that we use to develop our user sales decks merely as an example. So the important thing to remember is this is just an example, but really apply your mind. Look at your industry and ask, are these steps going to be effective? Is there something I should include, or is there something I should leave out? Awesome. Okay, so the first thing, just like with your other two sales decks, your opening needs to catch attention. It needs to talk to challenge. It needs to show them that you are there to provide them with an optimized solution, that you are there to help them to do things better. Next, so once you've got through your opening and you've caught their attention, you've shown engagement, you've started the conversation, you're delivering a story, a narrative. Remember, your whole demo, your whole sales deck has got to be driven around conversation, engagement, and story. Secondly, you want to confirm the challenge. So now when we confirm the challenge, you're going to have a look and say, okay, so this is what my research, this is what I've uncovered. You don't say it to them like that, but you understand that's what you've uncovered. But now you want to confirm. So before you get started, you want to confirm, so is this indeed the challenge that you're experiencing? Getting conversation going. Next, once you've got agreement, in other words, yep, that's the challenge, you want to then look at identifying the limitations of their current solution. In other words, what they're currently using to do whatever your product can do. So you have a look at those limitations. But yes, critical. Resist the urge to ever criticize or badmouth your competitors at all. So when you're talking about the limitations, talk about the product, talk about what's going on right now. Don't talk about the competitor's name. Never mention the competitor. Let them do that. If they want to connect the challenge with the product to their current supplier, they can do that themselves. You don't help them to do that at all. All right. Next, you want to demonstrate how your solution is better. Now remember, we're talking about demonstrate, yes, but demonstrate with story. So understand, you've got to be having a conversation. It's not about showing them all the features. Yes, of course you're going to show them the features, but mostly what they want to see is the benefits. How's this thing going to help me to get from this undesirable place, this challenging place? How is it going to transform my business and put me in a more favorable place? That demonstration has got to be story-driven. So you've got to create a story-driven narrative. Next, guys, and this is critical, it's all about proof. It's no good making a whole lot of claims if you're not going to prove you can actually do it. So proof can come in the form of a recorded testimonial. It can come in the form of just showing them with your demo, actually showing them. Remember, picture paints 1,000 words. So your demo is probably enough with your incredible narrative and storyline, because remember, people remember a story. They remember the demonstration. They remember how they felt when they saw, oh my word, that is incredible. That is going to make you appreciate, or should I rather say make your users appreciate the transformation that your product or service offers.